Yes!
Back.
Welcome to Top 4. My name is Pete. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Lampard season is finally over. I'm happy. How you guys feeling?
Oh, I'm delighted as well. I'm joined by Robinho, a UEFA FC fan.
European football, boys. We love it. We love it in the middle of this heat wave. If you see me having towels, I'm sorry, it's unprofessional, but my room is
Facto! I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Yo, shout out my bro Costas Satin. Our new left back. Yeah, big up my man.
Satin.
It looks decent on the YouTube. So let's see how he does.
And I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
I would have sang sacked in the morning, but it would be so inappropriate, bruv.
Two.
Sorry, innit?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Why is it inappropriate?
Obviously, Arsenal fan, innit? Man, them are losing jobs, blood.
Nah, I hear that.
Fair enough.
You know
it's all big, but since you've mentioned Sarri, we're going to start things at Juventus. Going out in the Champions League to Leon.
You got back to the ball.
Wait,
And he does it anyway.
David, is that a Magnum?
Trust me, bruv.
Yes.
I
hear that, cuz. But yeah, man, Maurizio Sarri's lost his job at Juventus. 1 year spell. He won a league title, as most of them do.
That is hard.
But going out to Leon cost him his job. And they've recruited Adrea Pirlo, who was recently recruited as the under-23 coach just last week.
9 days.
Was it 9 days ago? So, guys, what do you make of? Okay, first of all, what do you not make of Juventus going out? Oscar, I'll start with you.
It's sad because that's all they want right now. Like winning the Scudetto doesn't really mean as much to them anymore. They've done it so many years in a row. So the Champions League is what they're going for. But looking at their team, you just look at it, you're like, this ain't good enough to win the Champions League. It's just not. Ronaldo and all, it's just not. They haven't equipped him, to use the NFL phrase, they haven't equipped him with the right weapons in order to win the Champions League. Ronaldo can't do it on his own.
The way I see it, if Ronaldo and Dybala are not there, Juventus are average.
Ooh, average, guys. Would you agree?
I don't think they would have won even Serie A without them. I think Inter would have won. Personally.
But come on, you take most top teams, take their two best players out, their average.
No, but I'm saying I agree with your point that they don't have the players around them. Like those two are way above the rest of the Juventus team.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, AD, what were your thoughts on the whole Juventus thing?
I think with Juventus, an overhaul of sorts is needed because ultimately I think they're at the stage now where they're rapidly aging out. Like a lot of their players, their best players anyway, are the wrong side of 30. They're north of 30. So when we're looking at it in the cold light of day, like they've almost monopolized Serie A in the same way that Bayern have monopolized the Bundesliga, in the same way as even Celtic have monopolized Scotland. So ultimately, then even with Ronaldo, they're unfortunately not good enough. So I think Sarri had to go, unfortunately, because the mandate is Champions League football. And I guess with Pirlo, maybe they've gone on the side of wanting to integrate youth more into the system. So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, would you guys say, though, that if Juventus's goal was Champions League, why did they go for Sarri?
That's a good question.
I think, do you know what? Yeah, I think Sarri is a good manager, innit? And I might be in the minority here because the way I saw him get tweeted on social media the other day, everyone thinks he's rubbish, apparently. But I think he's a manager that he would have benefited from being a manager 10, maybe 15 years ago when managers got time and managers were able to implement their system and you waited 3 or 4 years before you axed the manager. Now you're getting sold you're getting sacked if you ain't had a good 8 months. So I think the process of building when you go to a big club, it's a lot harder to do, to rip out the foundations. And that's why Sarri struggled at Chelsea, because the Chelsea fans didn't really take to him. But we could all see that he was implementing something very, very smooth at that club. And that, you know, but Juve, obviously I haven't watched much of Juve this year, but I think it's the same thing. I think it's you've come into a club that has top players, so you've won the league by default. But have you essentially achieved their goal, which is the Champions League? And I don't think he has. So,
yeah, I mean, I find that interesting. Who do you lot blame for the fact that the team isn't good enough? Because I think you guys are right. When there is no Ronaldo or Dybala, for example, when you look at the team, really, should it be a Champions League contender?
it should have beaten Lyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have beaten Lyon. That's it. That's all I'll say.
Okay, but then if he gets knocked out by a Barcelona or by a Man City in the next rounds, do you sack him? Are you saying it's one game that kind of cost him his job?
I think
No.
so, really. Because if you look if we go to the game itself, I don't know if everyone watched it. He brought on Dybala way too soon when he was clearly injured. And a lot of the players were being sloppy in the midfield, and you can see that no one was in control per se. And I know Chiellini is the leading captain, but even he was having to deal with Memphis Depay a lot. So looking at it, it's just a whole factor of things. The team's getting old. A lot of people don't respect Sarri. And when you lose your main 11 or your main people that make the Juventus team to click, what do you have?
Yeah, Sarri's never. It's interesting you say about the respect thing, because Sarri hasn't really got that respect because he hasn't been in the game long enough for us to you know, I'm saying, to follow his word or whatever. But
Yeah, for real.
he's shown promising things wherever he's been. But on the other hand as well, are we underestimating this Lyon side? Because as much as you got, you know, Adrian said that most of these Juve guys are north of 30, but then this Lyon side is really good, like talent-wise, let's say. So, you know, and Rudy Garcia is no rookie. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not like this is a dibby team. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, the Juventus are going to have their aspirations in it. Personally, like I said in the beginning, I would have given Sarri a few years, but they've now gone in a different direction, and it's not even like they've gone for an accomplished manager who's won bare stuff, who you know will get you Champions League. They've gone for Pirlo. So it seems like this was a move they wanted to do. It's very similar to the Chelsea sacking Sarri, because it's like you went for Lampard rather than a proven winner.
Yeah, I think Juve and Chelsea's appointments on that scale are just a bit weird. But
the difference, even Lampard has managed though. Like Pirlo has just got his license, which is really, really weird. Is there a thing of that we've missed at Juventus where he can command people when he was a player? Who knows? But
Here's what I think on that. This is what I think, and this is my take on Lampard. It's my take on Pirlo and any other of these players who just get a job straight in. I think the idea is that they were so recently employees under that club, so now they come back as employees again, but they're just given the head coach role. And I think it's an easy way for sporting directors and people higher up to control what happens on the pitch. Like if you hire Jose Mourinho into your club, you know Jose is saying, I want to take over this, and this. Give me 250 mil, and I want this player. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Whereas someone like Lampard is not going to speak to Mourinho. I mean, he's not going to speak to Roman in the same way that Mourinho would. Do you know what I mean? Just because he was so used to being the young boy up to the owner. And I think maybe that's the same thing with Pirlo. Pirlo's like Juve's child almost. He's the young boy that was there, performed so well and became a world star. Now you're bringing him back as management because I trust your football IQ, but you're not going to run things. You're a head coach and a head coach only. And we're seeing that, you know, the eradication of managers in football. I think that's where we're going.
You say that with Pirlo, though. I mean, this is a guy who was, first of all, an Inter kid and became a AC Milan legend, and then went to Juve. Do you know what I'm saying? He went to Juve at the latter age of his career as well. So it's a bit like...
he was still an employee there. Like, he was not a coach. He was not a manager. So the fact that we're giving you a job while you're inexperienced is like, oh, okay, here you go. And we're going to let you implement your own philosophy, but don't get too big for your boots.
You see this Juventus thing, yeah?
Yeah.
This Juventus team is dead food, blood.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Bruv, this midfield, yeah, I'm looking at the starting lineups. This midfield was fam.
Their
Okay,
midfield
right.
is weak, bro.
The other two, I don't know, but this team is dead, bruv.
The thing is, yeah, like the thing that makes it more weird at Juve is that they recruited Adrea Pirlo 9 days ago as a head coach for the under-23s. So that to me sounds like they didn't know they were going to recruit him as the head coach for the first team.
I think it was a very reactionary file. That's what it was.
And why him? Why Pirlo?
Yeah, why Pirlo?
Like, you know, I get it. You had to react. Maybe the fans weren't happy. Blah 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 blah. Why him?
Who are they going to go after? Well, I don't think Poch won it. Poch didn't want it.
I mean, if Poch didn't want it, the guy's losing his marbles. I heard he didn't want Real Madrid. I heard he said he would never join Barca or Real or Arsenal or whatever. The guy's a lunatic. He has to, like, if the job is there, he should have definitely gone for Arsenal. I mean, sorry, for Arsenal, for flipping Juve. He should have taken that job with both hands.
See, the problem with Juventus now, yeah, they're stuck. Like, you got Ronaldo, who's now, how old is he now?
35?
He's getting old. Ramsey's not that guy. You got Matuidi on the bench. The bench just stinks, bro.
Yeah. Blaise Matuidi, by the way, has gone into Miami. He's joined David Beckham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, a nice little paycheck in Miami. Yes, please.
Trust. This team needs like reinvestment, bruv. It's dead food. And Leon, dead team, bruv. How they're in the quarterfinals, I don't know, bruv.
You're saying they're a dead team, bruv. Look at players like Aouar. You've got Memphis Depay, of course. Dembele still. Oh, come on.
Dead team, bruv. Listen, who have they got in the quarters?
Man City. And you know, the thing is, bruv, you know what Man City we can get. Do you know what I'm saying? This Man City team, they can all of a sudden fold. And that's the scary thing. That's the scary thing about Man City is that they can all of a sudden fold.
Fam, this Leon team stinks, bruv.
I wouldn't say it stinks.
We have a random comment from
where they finish in the league?
Who, Leon?
Yeah.
I want to say third. I'll double check that for you, but I think it was third.
League One. Let's see. League One.
Leon, they finished 7th.
What did I tell you, bruv?
Yeah, they finished
7th.
Yeah,
come on.
Holy smokes! Who was top three then?
They were trash. It was PSG, of course, and then Marseille, and then I think
Marseille.
Yeah,
hey, pick up AVB, blood. Bro, Villas-Boas just come up there and just start getting top fours.
Yeah,
Leon is dead food, bruv. They should have got slapped, but they didn't. So hey, it is what it is.
Leon are dead food, fam.
Yeah,
but I think they'll still give us a surprise. They'll give us an entertaining game against Man City.
But the thing is, though, you could say they're dead food and finished 7th. Their league finished early, and if you look at the points difference, it's not that big. It's like 1 point between like 4th and 7th.
No.
There were 8 points off top 4, Robin, with 10 games to go.
Fair. I was just like, oof. They could have made it, but yeah, they're still dead food.
Yo, Oscar, bruv, talk to your guy, bruv.
We got a comment from Boss Light Endo who says, which African core is worse, Rudiger and Zuma, Olo Torre and Sacco, or Peter and David?
Which African core is worse?
I don't know what's funnier, because Rudiger and Zuma, neither of them go by African countries in their nationality.
That's fine. That's fine. Even as Sacco, I don't think Sacco does either.
He's French as well, ain't he?
Yeah, I swear Sacco is French.
Yeah.
He's playing for the French national side.
That was terrible.
How about Boss like and Endo is the worst African core, if anything. But yeah, so so obviously you got Leon have gone into the quarterfinals to meet Manchester City, who beat Real Madrid. Anybody catch their view on this? What are your thoughts on the game?
Madrid got Brock.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what was going on. Madrid was
It was all Varane. It was all Varane, man. He was the reason that it went wrong.
I mean, not just him. Was freaking Casemiro in midfield. I mean, he's having a mess.
No, he had a bad game, but the score was 2-1, and it was two Varane mistakes.
Catastrophic errors from Varane.
So, and you felt like, although Man City were always the better side, they were playing better football, they were passing around better than Real Madrid couldn't handle them, especially in midfield. But I think there was always that goal threat with Benzema. If you could get the ball into Benzema, a couple times in the first half, one time Hazard played him in, he had a nice shot. The second time was his goal. You felt like, as long as there was one goal in the game, Madrid had an in. But then once that second goal went in, everything went deflated and the game was done. Yeah,
it was a weird one. I thought Madrid were going to come back and literally, like the post-February Real Madrid that we get, where the first time you don't watch the first part of the season. I thought we were going to get a Madrid that was going to turn up against Man City. If this game had been played back before we had the whole break, I think Man City would have walked it. But post lockdown, I feel like what's it called? What?
Did you not see that goal? Inter. Barella just scored for Inter. What a goal.
I'm watching the other one.
Oh, outside foot curler.
United.
Yeah, I've got the United game on, and then Inter's on the other channel.
Oh, you lot can watch that rubbish. I'm watching Inter versus Bayern Leverkusen.
Wow.
Barella.
That's a game,
I already know that Inter will go through, so it's minor.
Bad boy goal. 1-0 Inter.
All right, sick. But yeah, Man City are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. How far do you think these men can go?
So they got Lyon, and then Bayern have got Barcelona. And and then whoever wins out of those two face each other.
I think this is Bayern's tournament, so I have to say, based on that, City go out in the semis.
Why do you think it's Bayern's tournament,
bruv? Them man are so good. Them man are so good. The only weakness they have, I think, is in the centre back area. But
if your centre back is dead, bruv, that's gonna cost you, bruv.
No, but look, but City don't have enough to penetrate that. Like City will try beat them in midfield, but Bayern's midfield is tough. Like City,
using their midfield.
Thiago.
We got a comment from Boss Like Endo who just said Liverpool better sign Thiago because he was on stuff the other night. Obviously Muller's had a great season this year in the attacking middle bit. Normally they play Kimmich in midfield, but he can sometimes play right back. He played right back the other night because Pavard was injured. So
listen,
it's real.
If City get Aguero back here and they end up playing Bayern, bro, hey, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Aguero is the caveat here, but I do still think Bayern beat them.
But that's you assuming that Bayern go through against Barcelona. I mean, I know Barcelona have had a bit of a mess come towards the end of the season, but what did you not see what Messi did?
Do you know what? Messi.
Yeah, that's the thing. Messi. All you need is Messi, bro.
Messi is Messi. That goal was outrageous.
Oh, flipping hell, man! The guy was falling over. It didn't matter. God,
he fell over and he still went in the corner.
Hey, it's only one game now, bro. So anything, there's none of this second leg. So these men want to be on smoke, bro.
Nah, but I believe in Bayern, man. I believe in them. German efficiency. I know it's a lot to say that, but I'm sticking by my horse. So you lot pick your own horses, innit?
Hey, listen. So one, bro. Whoever turns up, Bayern might have a meal on that day, bro. Is Boateng still in defense?
Yeah.
Messi's gonna eat him, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. I can't lie, bro. I can't bet against the Spanish, man. When it comes to the Champions League, blood, and I don't think the English team's going to win it. Well, I'm saying Spanish. I'm saying Spanish.
Who's winning it? Well, it has to.
There's only one Spanish team left, isn't it?
No, ain't Atleti's still there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Atleti are still there, and Atleti. Let's keep it a buck. Atleti are going to the semi-final because they're beating Leipzig. They're putting Leipzig away. Let's make no mistake about that.
Hell, man.
They're putting Leipzig away. Don't worry about that. So they'll be in the semi.
I still can't believe.
And then the semis got the semis, and the semis between Atalanta and PSG is the other quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, I'm telling you, bruv. I don't know, bruv. If Barca beat Bayern, I can't bet against them.
Barcelona
for me.
No.
That's the thing. I know.
Guys, call it out. Who's your guy? Who's winning the
right.
Champions League?
Everyone go around. So Oscar's horse is Bayern. Robin, who's your horse?
It has to be Bayern. I can't see. You know when I look at it and I'm just like, these men are not losing.
Right. You're on track and he's gonna ruin you two's pick, bruv. Don't worry, bruv.
David, who's your pick?
I'm going to say City.
Ooh, Manchester City. He's gone brave. AD, what are you saying?
Unfortunately, with regret, I have to echo David's sentiments, and yeah, Man City are my pick as well, purely because of the format. So in my mind, I think in a one-off game, nobody, no manager on earth, Jurgen Klopp included, beats Pep Guardiola. And I feel City have fallen at different hurdles in the Champions League. I think there's always been a mental barrier. Like they've lost to Monaco, you know, like that Liverpool batter of 3-0. It's not because we're 3-0 worth better than Man City. It's simply because they were overwhelmed by the occasion. And then that Tottenham, you know, all sorts of VAR madness happened against Tottenham. Sterling footy scored in the last minute. Genuinely, I know there's question marks about that defense, but I just think in a one-off game scenario, Pep will be able to get City over the line, because I feel like their mental element, obviously there's still a mental element, of course, but is diminished to a degree, and it's more about ability and it's more about being able to win a game on the day. So I think Man City are my pick.
Yo, do away goals count? Yeah, or it's just straight knockout?
No.
Straight knockout.
Straight knockout.
Hey, City, bruv.
Bruv, and for that reason, David, I'm going Barcelona, because everyone's got a questionable defense in the Champions League, yeah? I look at the teams that I left. PSG we can't take seriously, right? Atalanta, they score as many as they concede. They're just going to be there for entertainment. Man City, I think, will put Lyon to bed. But Bayern and Barcelona is going to be is the tie. Whoever wins that tie, you know, like not even whoever, because I don't want to go that far. But for me, Barcelona. But I'll even go. Let me go a step further. I'll go a step further. It will be an all Spanish final.
Potentially.
Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Guys, quick update. It's 2-0 to Inter Milan. And guess who's got it? Robin, have a guess.
Big Rom.
Got it. It's Big Rom.
Big Rom. Was that goal 31 of the season? Yeah, goal 31.
In 20 minutes, that man are 2-0 up. Wow. Martial could never.
Yeah, stick a fork in that tie.
I tell you,
done.
Antonio Conte's come for the length, fam. We will get to the Europa League predictions.
Wait,
as well.
Is Conte on the touchline?
I haven't seen him. He's there.
Why would he be?
Why'd you ask?
No, because I'm hearing talks that he's had like a massive falling out with the board and whatnot, and he's basically said, "Raw, you may not back me to win the league," but then they've said, but then the Juve board are saying, "Well, we've got you Lukaku, and you've pretty much just pissed money up a wall buying Premier League guys that were good in 2010." So they've had a little back and forth. So apparently, like his position is tenuous.
Do you know why that's so funny? Well, I'm just seeing him now. He is on the touchline. Why that's so funny to me is because of the whole debacle that we had when Conte's second season at Chelsea, where Chelsea signed a bag of players and half of them were just complete garbage. And we all sort of blamed Chelsea, the board. And I was like, you can't necessarily blame the board because some of these are Conte signings. And we've seen that at Inter. He's gone and signed the exact same type of players. In some cases, the exact same player. He signed Victor Moses back. He signed Lukaku. He signed Ashley Young.
Victor Moses was instrumental in your title challenge.
No, he was. But all I'm saying is that when we tried to, we made it seem like, oh, the board shagged Conte by giving him all these dead players just because he didn't really want Morata. But I think the rest of the players he did want because he made similar signings at Inter. So, who knows? We got a comment from Boss Like Endo who said, "This is a fake Champions League. We are still the holders," meaning Liverpool. I don't think that's right. I understand that the system has changed, but at the end of the day, it's still the Champions League. It's still all fair to
be fair. Yeah, but with an asterisk, I'm definitely going with that.
Why is it asterisk?
Because blood, how can you tell me? Bear man have played certain football a certain way, and then all of a sudden we're just going to cut it to one leg from the quarters. Blood.
Can I ask you a question?
No, but at the same time, Liverpool lost the normal way, so why are they still the holders?
No, I don't care about Liverpool. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is,
So that's air.
but what I said was, it's an asterisk. I'm not saying Liverpool should be big champions, but
Let me
it's an
ask you a question.
asterisk.
Let me ask you a question. How many Champions Leagues do Liverpool have?
6.
And in the first 4, it was a different format to how the Champions League is when they won the last 2. So is there asterisks by those?
No, you moron. Of course it's not, because
Why
you
am I
can't
gonna be a
change.
moron?
Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why you're a moron?
Point,
Because you're trying to be clever. You're trying to be clever. I'm not having you being clever. Yeah, bro. When was the last time? When was the last? I lie, Adrian. Trying to be obtuse, blood. When was the last time? When was the last time when the Champions League changed mid-season? Don't give me that nonsense.
Well, when was the last
Don't
time
give me that
we had a
nonsense.
pandemic, Peter? That doesn't mean you put an asterisk by everything that was won.
It does. It does if you change the rules. It does if you change the rules.
Oh, what's that? It's 2-1. Oh no, sorry, it was offside. Sorry.
Man United. So watch the Man United game. Man United thought they had a penalty, but the referee changed his mind, so goal kick.
What, penalty 21? Forget that, man. Not in Germany, blood. Them man, they don't take crooks.
The referee pointed to the penalty spot.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the German officials just said, "Now we're not letting that run over here, bro. Are you mad?" Shall we move on to the Europa League? Are we done with the Champions League? Is there anything else you want to talk on the Champions League so far? What I'll do is I'll get your predictions. I'll get your predictions on that. Yeah, should we do that? Atalanta, Paris Saint-Germain, one round, one leg.
Well,
Oscar.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. This is crazy because I really believe in this team, but I think Atalanta knocked PSG out.
Woo!
You've gone bold.
Woo!
No Kylian.
No,
I think he's
back. I think he's back.
Nah, but he's not back.
Yeah.
You've gone bold, bro.
My Achilles is that there's no Verratti.
Oh. Go on, Rubinho. Who are you saying?
I still think PSG go through. I think it's going to be the game to watch.
Oh yeah.
Goals.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed goals.
It's just going to be goals for sure. There's that tomorrow.
I think it's Wednesday.
Oscar, get a couple of cans in, brother. So knees up.
Absolute piss up.
Hey? It's a madness. All right, David. Atalanta, Paris Saint-Germain.
I'm saying PSG.
And Adrian.
I'm going Atalanta.
Yeah, I'm going Atlanta as well, man. I don't believe in PSG, bro. Okay, Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. Oscar.
I'm gonna go Atleti. Bloody hell, guys! It is all kicking off. So you know when I said it was 2-1 earlier, that goal did stand. That goal did stand. Leverkusen did score. Guess who scored it?
Kai Havertz.
It's Kai Havertz, lads. And then after that, the play resumed. The play resumed, and now Inter have a penalty. And it's Romelu Lukaku stepping up to the marks to potentially make it 3-1. Bro, this game has been entertaining. We're only 25 minutes in. There's already been 3 goals.
Going on at United.
Wow.
Yeah, but I had to switch stations real quick, blood. I had to switch that
Pete,
real
now
quick.
you're going to ruin it. Don't ruin it for me.
Would you? All right, fine. Stop being a little chick, man. I'll move back.
Now I'm gonna delay now.
Robin, Leipzig, Atletico Madrid.
Oh, bet Leipzig.
No, you're still hanging on, yeah? You're still hanging on. David, I'll be Leipzig, Atletico Madrid.
Atletico, bro.
You don't know. AD.
Atleti, especially the fact that there's no Werner as well.
Yeah, no Timo, no party.
You're a smart man, AD.
We got a comment. We got a comment from Bosslat Endo who says, "I can tell Peter sends Oscar shop and tells him to bring back the change. Man patterns him every episode, you know."
Blah, blah, blah.
Endo, you know what it is? You know what it is, Endo? Peter just shouts like we're having a normal conversation.
Swear you don't.
He just starts shouting. He just starts shouting all the time, bro.
Should I get third party in this?
Listen. We don't have domestics on the top.
Mate, he's just shouting it all the time. Shouting. And guess what? Later on in this episode, we've got another topic that he's going to start shouting about, and I can't wait for it.
Oh, yes, we do.
Bro, listen, bro.
Hey, bro.
The
rest gone to the screen. So the penalty, they're now viewing the penalty VAR. The ref's gone to
That's the
screen.
channel.
It's all kicking off.
No penalty.
ages ago.
No penalty.
No
He said no
penalty.
penalty. It was a shoulder. It wasn't a handball. It was a shoulder. Oh, it's all
VAR
kicking,
had strike.
kicking off.
Oscar sounded like a Steven Spielberg script. I mean, everything, fam. Next you say there's explosions.
Hey,
Bit of
what-
Titanic.
Hey, so you see in the Premier League, that would have been a pen in it.
Probably.
Yeah, because the Premier League rules are dumb. They wouldn't have gone to the box to look at it.
Speaking of-
Ness. All right, AD.
No, but I was going to say, speaking of the Premier League, we haven't talked about the playoffs.
I'm doing bloody predictions, Robin.
Why?
No, one step at a time. One step at a time.
Why?
I did 2 ties. I've only done 2 ties.
What did I say? This guy just shouts for no reason. Boss, like, this is what he does.
Listen,
You think it's me?
real quick.
This is just what he does.
Real quick. Oh, don't worry. Your veins will be coming out your neck in a minute. Don't worry about that. Barcelona versus Bayern AD. Let me get your prediction.
I'm going Bayern, man. Lewandowski's hot. He's running
He's
hotter than
hot,
he's
lad.
ever done
he's
before.
hot.
I really and
Yeah.
truly, he should have been a shooter for the Ballon d'Or this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
that
so.
whole saga is pathetic.
I'm sure I came out on the I'm sure I came on the pod just after lockdown and I said he's the best striker in the world. I wasn't joking. He scores 40 goals a season. He's done it for the last 5 years.
That's ungodly, man.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, he's got 40 every season for the last 5 years.
It's because of the other two. Because of the other two, people like Lewandowski go under the radar, but he's consistently for the past half decade at least been putting up astronomical numbers.
Yeah,
Year in, year out.
If he was a Premier League player, bro, he would do better numbers than Aguero. And you know, like Aguero gets that hype, which he truly deserves, but he would do better numbers than him. I firmly believe it. Okay, David, Barcelona, Bayern,
Barcelona.
Robinho,
FC Bayern.
ooh, and Oscar.
You already know, Bayern.
The Munchen factor. I'm going with the FC Barcelona. You done. Listen, Messi, bro. Messi's the Leng man, fam. I can't bet against him. That's just ludicrous.
Boateng is gonna get licked down, bro.
I hear that, cuz. He's gonna get lenged. You get me? Man
But
City,
bearing in
Leon,
mind,
Oscar. Yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say, bearing in mind, like Barcelona aren't exactly fielding prime Maldini either. So
No, facts. That's true.
No
That's
lie.
true. Okay, Man City, Leon, Oscar.
See.
Robinho,
Sit there.
AD,
yeah, City.
David.
City,
Yeah,
bro.
that is a full house, cuz. Okay, Robinho, you were talking about Premier League.
Yeah. So I think the playoffs happened. The conference playoffs. So we've got
Yeah.
Fulham's back in the Prem. It's a family reunion, boys.
God. Do you know what? Yeah, I don't mind Fulham, nothing against them, but we've been there, we've done that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we gave them 9 goals last year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to see Brentford come in. You know what I mean? I wanted to see Brentford come in.
It would have been nice to see the stadium, but then I also realized, Fulham's rebuilding. And I was like, so
Are they?
What
Yeah, they
still?
Yeah, they're rebuilding the stand. Well, it was supposed to be done, but obviously Corona.
I was in primary school when they were playing in Loftus Road for a year.
Do you remember that time, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
For like a
Van der-
season.
Van der Sar was playing in goal at Loftus Road week in, week out. It was what a weird time to be alive. That is just such a weird time. But
So, where are they playing now?
No, it's not a
Craven
cricket
Cottage.
cottage, but the whole stand next to the river has been torn down.
Oh,
mad.
bro, you know that stadium's flipping cold, bro.
It's old, and there's pillars in the way.
I've been there one time and I was freezing.
Hey, Oscar went to see Fulham Bolton, blood. That was a bleak time, bro.
Huh?
Especially when the clocks went back.
What's he doing there?
I don't know.
Yeah,
my dad found out I had a ticket, so he just gave me the ticket. I went to see Brian Ruiz and them, man. It was cold.
Trust.
Flipping Charlie Chaplin Stadium, man.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible stadium. It's a terrible. You feel like
Flipping
you're in a
workout
barn.
stadium. Get out, man.
You feel like you're in a barn.
The same as
That stadium went to a Europa League final, and we forgot.
It did. It did.
Fam. Yeah, they
Stadium
did,
was
didn't
Aldous Hodgson.
Certain
yeah,
things that
man.
fancy stadiums can't make Europa League finals, but yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Shots fired.
Oh, what is he?
Yeah.
Who's he talking about? Who are you talking about? Last year we were in the Europa League final last year. So
Let's move on. Playoff finals. They were done at Wembley, right?
Done at Wembley.
Oh, okay.
It went on to the last minute. literally 0-0. And it was Fulham's left back who scored a brace. And and officially, that's the 20th team in the league now. So now we've got
Really
Brom and Fulham. This is 2004 vibes.
Yeah, Fulham.
Nothing real.
Bruv. The rest of them can dip, bruv.
What you're saying? Leeds will stay up, yeah?
Yeah, the rest of them can go back down, bruv. Take West Ham with them as well. Actually, no, Villa's going down with them, bruv.
What a waste.
Villa can take him down. Yeah, them staying up was annoying, bruv. I ain't gonna lie. To lose the likes of Watford was just didn't sit right. Especially with
I was almost heartbroken. Almost.
I know, bruv. Like, I'm seeing Danny Welbeck last year in a Europa League final, and then he's getting relegated the next season. What is that like? What is that? Do you get what I'm saying? He doesn't deserve this. But those are the top 20 of the Premier League next season. So who do you think's going down out of those three?
It's very hard to say, isn't it?
What's the other one? Fulham, bruv.
So West Brom and Fulham will go down out of the promoted.
If Newcastle doesn't sort their stuff out, then I'll throw them.
Newcastle. That is.
Did we talk about Newcastle's takeover bid?
We haven't.
I don't think we have.
No.
What?
Football is bent, bro. Football's bent. It's friggin' bent.
It's bad. It's bad news for Newcastle, but I don't think they're going down.
Oh yes, they will be. When Saint Maximilian gets a new club, when ASM gets a new club, bro, that's it.
They weren't even in the running to go down this year. What about Villa and them, man?
No, I'm saying in the mix. I'm saying in the mix to go down.
They're in the battle for damn sure. They're definitely in the battle. Newcastle's side is dire.
Let me take care of Newcastle. Top half finish. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're that bad.
You think you can manage them to a top half finish?
Yeah, I remember when I said that when Steve Bruce got the job and you lot were laughing and he got like 13th or something.
Yeah, that's not top half. Yeah, that's not top half.
Close enough. They weren't fighting on the last couple of weeks.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Bruce did well, man. Because I was tipping them for a rocky season. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I think we all were. We all were for sure. But yeah, no. Look, Newcastle, man. I'm so gutted that they're the takeover didn't happen, and it's the fact that the Saudi Arabians just pulled out. It's not even like Premier League said boom, and then you hear Boris Johnson, bruv. Look, let's get an answer why you didn't let them do that, which I thought was kind of strange, interesting but strange. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the country wants that Arab money. Simple. if they can't get the money in, they're gonna question why.
For real.
No, it's very true. On the Premier League, I don't know if you lot. Let's talk about the transfers very quickly. Jadon Sancho, bruv, what seems to be going on there?
What's going on, Robin? Fill us in.
If I'm honest, I look at it two ways. Number one, Dortmund just want the money, and as soon as you slap the money, we're good to go. Because we've seen this before with Dembele when he said Dembele's playing next season. We've seen it with Aubameyang, and he's come up with his comments on the sporting director, saying so. It's nothing new. On the other hand, I don't think anyone knows what's going on. If I'm honest, like
why you not come up the money?
And I genuinely think that we're at the point of that we've agreed to pay the thing, but it's a thing of how we pay it, the structure, because that's what we've all been saying, the structure, and that's what we're betting on. And there's also this thing of an agent coming in between, because Borussia Dortmund doesn't speak to us directly. So there's a whole, everyone is saying everything and everyone's freaking out. And my stance is that the deadline's October 5th. If nothing happens October 5th, it's a different story.
But ain't that just for British domestic transfers? I swear
No. That's everything. October 12th is just British.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you lot have not had great times with Dortmund before. Obviously, the Haaland situation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't breathe well, does it?
Dortmund are annoying. I hate negotiating with Dortmund.
Why? They're fairly easy. They've been brilliant with us. They're pretty simple.
With everyone else except Man United.
We got Lehman, Rosicky, Aubameyang. You know what I'm saying? We've been Socrates, Mickens. You know, we've had a lot. We've got a good set out of there, man. But yeah, just pay up then. Just pay up the money, bro. Man, I'm stalling. Just pay.
I'm not in charge of the finances. If it was up to me, I would be like, boom, there you go.
Would you pay it straight, yeah?
Yeah, I'll pay the installments, obviously, but they're asking for 90 mil up front. Cool. Boom. There you go. 90 mil. I'll pay the rest later. It's not like we can't do it.
Do you think he will get it over the line by October 5th?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I just feel like it's a thing of the transfer open's only been over for 2 weeks. This is a mega deal. These things take time. You can't rush it, and there's still things to go.
Honestly, I'm gonna get so annoyed on this podcast talking about it because we're gonna be talking about it until October.
Wow. So I'm not getting mad. So I saw the timeline today, and everyone's freaking out. I was like, guys.
Yeah, because when I saw the thing, I was like, okay, we've literally learned no new information here. Yeah. Like this guy has just said that Sancho is in their plans, but he was always going to be in their plans as long as he's their player. So if Man United just match what they're asking for, then it's done. I just think Man United don't want to match it in the way they want it.
The way Dortmund wants it. We want to pay it 120. It's just how we want to pay it.
Yeah.
Agree.
To be fair, I think United do get it over the line eventually, but yeah, I think it's just semantics. We want it done one way, United only want to do it one way, but eventually they're going to come to a compromise. However, but the way Dortmund are talking, it sounds like they wouldn't necessarily mind having him for another year.
Of course they wouldn't.
Yeah, so it all remains to be seen, man.
Another transfer that seems to be on 1 minute it was happening and another minute it's probably not going to happen, or it may be come towards the end of the window. Kai Havertz, who Oscar's currently watching, he's playing part as Chelsea's European scout. Lampard on Instagram apparently has shut down this deal. What are your thoughts on that?
On Instagram?
I think he's had a conversation with somebody on Instagram and they've said he said no, we're not interested in going in for Kai Havertz. I'll find the exact link.
Yeah, for sure. Show me that. I ain't seen that. I think what it's been has been this very similar to the Sancho deal. The player wants to leave. Like Havertz does not. He wants to join Frank Lampard in Chelsea. He wants to move, especially because if Leverkusen don't win the Europa League, they're playing Europa League football next season. They didn't qualify for the Champions League, so he wants to go and play Champions League football while the move is on. It's a matter of the two clubs finding an issue. I think the rumor amongst Chelsea fans right now is that once Bayer Leverkusen are out of the Europa League, then that deal will be allowed to take place. But because he's still playing, they don't want to have all that hanging over his head whilst he's playing. So they're just trying to hush it. So there's a section of Chelsea fans on Twitter right now that are rooting for Inter because they want Inter to knock them out so that we can sign Havertz later on in the week. But yeah, I think both United and Chelsea will both get their man. I think by the end of the window. So I think that's going to happen.
Annoyingly.
But there's one thing we can talk about that is about to happen at the north side of London.
You lot are absolute scum.
We're talking transfers here.
Come on, man. Let's talk transfers. Well,
David.
There's no transfers to talk about just yet.
Guys,
Not
can
exactly.
Can I please just say who is that guy this week? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this, but Moise Keane.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Was that him though?
Yeah, was it actually him?
It was him.
I mean, it was a lookalike at best. You know what I'm saying?
He had a mask on. There's no way we could tell. He had a mask on. He was doing the right thing.
This guy just gave man the bot blood. Like the thing is, if you see the video, it's bare staggering for time, innit? Yeah, I don't know about you, man. I just see bare staggering. I mean, he's trying to beat up the girl. He's trying to beat up the guy. And it was just like,
I don't know.
That's a socially distanced beating.
For listeners that don't know, there's a video circulating of someone who looks very much like Moise Keane, just literally knocking someone out. And it looks like the guy's troubling him for a few minutes and he's trying to get away, but then he just decides to punch him and the guy is out in one punch. I think one thing I took from that is if that is Moise Keane, he needs better friends, bro. How are your friends videoing you punching someone and then that video is going out? You're
And
an
then they
idiot,
were
bro.
laughing in it. Yeah, they were laughing in the
They
video.
were laughing.
Why are you
Like,
recording?
And then they uploaded it.
You
You know what I mean? Stupid.
These black Europeans, they love these fights. You see it in the France when the FC Milan, they love filming it and then they go viral. But yeah.
The thing is, yeah, like that poor guy, ain't this the same guy as well with the coronavirus party? Like the funny thing is, yeah, like these man like need to just settle and cease, bro. I get it. He's moved from Italy, and obviously might not have that many man them in Liverpool, but
I don't
fam,
think
he
it was
needs to.
Liverpool.
No, but like as in,
I know
like,
it was in Belgium.
it was in Belgium. What's he? I mean, what is he doing?
No one
there?
in the
But-
video was speaking English, so I just assumed it wasn't.
Belgium.
Yeah, I'll say in French, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, they can speak French up there. But yeah. So David.
Yes.
The Arsenal rumours at the moment. We'll go through a few of them if you wish. The one that seems to be carrying the most ground because he said bye-bye to one club, and that is Willian. What are your thoughts on Willian to Arsenal on the Victoria line?
I don't understand this transfer, bro.
Oh,
What's not to
man.
understand? That's the easiest thing to understand.
What's easy to understand?
You're getting an experienced Premier League player for free. You're not paying an upfront fee to sign him, and he's going to come into your squad. He's going to play a lot of games, and he's going to suit what Arteta wants to do going forward. You guys,
I even took a picture of Sky Sports, bro. Yeah, this is Williams' minutes played, goals and assists. Yeah, I won't go through the minutes. That's just long. 13-14. 4 goals, 2 assists. 14-15. And these are all over 1,000, so I don't know how many games 1,000 minutes is. So
he plays a lot. Willian plays a lot.
So
you go out.
fit as a fiddle.
2014-15, 2 goals, 3 assists. 15-16, this is the most minutes he's played here, 2,749. 5 goals, 6 assists. Next year, 8 goals. It's just, but it's the same. 6, 7, 3, 6, 9. Nah, man.
And it's 1-0 Manchester United.
Oh, about time.
I mean,
I was thinking, bloody how long is this going to
Your
take?
stream's an hour late.
I forgot the game that's happening, mate.
I was just like, I was fixated. Sorry.
By the way,
but that's what I was like, fam.
this boy Mason Greenwood, bruv, he's on stuff.
He's
Wow.
top notch.
This is why you don't sign Sancho, bruv.
Nah.
No,
He said Sancho. He said
You do
Sancho.
still- if one of them goes down, you
I
put
would.
Sancho in. Or if Sancho starts and one of the 3 goes down, you interchange.
Bruv, right there,
You
bruv.
remember what our league is coming up. Remember, we've got weekly Champions League, like on the back end, and also weekly Europa League as well for you guys. You're gonna need players because you're gonna be traveling up and down there. You man are gonna get tired.
You man signed. Remember they signed Sanchez, yeah? You see what happened?
And happy days. We didn't get the best of him. He's gone to Inter and he's happy.
You man keep throwing money at this thing. The guy is right there. Youth product, bruv. Let the guy stay on that right wing, bruv.
But he's gonna play there though.
He's going to play.
You know who's coming out of that team, guys. We all know. I've been screaming it for a few months. We know who's coming out of that team.
He doesn't like Mr. Feed the Nation.
No, I love Mr. Rashford. I do.
He's not dropping Rashford.
I love
He's
Mr.
not.
Rashford. But
You won't
what, you
drop
dropping
Rashford.
Greenwood then? Are you dropping Greenwood, Pete?
He will drop Green. No,
Would you
they
drop
will. They will.
Yeah,
They will drop-
Greenwood
No,
goes
not me, but they will.
Would you? You drop Greenwood
Yeah.
when it's banging like that?
Oh,
I'm not dropping Greenwood. I'm saying Man United will.
that's scary.
How
No,
long will that last?
I don't think it's a matter of dropping, but do you expect Greenwood to maintain this same level
Probably.
throughout the course of a season?
I'm
I think
talking.
it's more of that.
So
I'm
the
talking when
goal-
the flame is on, like
the goal has
Champions
gone.
League.
Sorry to interrupt again. The goal has been offside.
Oh, is it?
VAR coming. Yep. For the minuscule. Yeah.
But when it comes to youth prospects, we're counting offside goals now. So Greenwood's goal stands, Hudson-Odoi's goal stands as well. We're just counting them. We're not. I don't care about.
He's still finished.
He banged
It
it.
was a beautiful goal. It was a beautiful goal. But last year, it's a min score. The shoulder.
Let's get back. Let's get back to Willian. David, what are you saying?
What are you signing him for, bro?
It's a great question, David. That's a fantastic
No,
question.
I get why Arsenal are signing him.
What are we
Yeah.
signing him for?
It's the reasons that Oscar outlines really, as i.e. experienced Premier League player. He does balance your front line and he allows Aubameyang to go forwards. So I get the reasons as to why you're signing him. And Willian is a decent player. Like Willian isn't as bad as what people make out, and he does improve the Arsenal front line in my opinion. However, I wouldn't go for it if I'm Arsenal. If I'm Arsenal, purely because I'm wary of the impacts that would have on the development of your younger wingers. So realistically, you've got Bukayo Saka, you've got Martinelli.
Watch your mouth, Oscar, man.
No, wait, hold on. Stop shouting. Wait.
What do you mean? Don't tell me wait. Don't butt in when he's talking.
And you've even got Reece Nelson as well. So my fear is if Willian comes up, Willian's practically going to take up all of the minutes that those three players would have shared. So potentially, I don't know. Let me ask the Arsenal fans: would you rather sort of having a slightly less season combined with Martinelli, Nelson, Saka, than what Willian would give you, but in the long term they develop, or would you rather Willian have a good season, but those three are sort of stifled for a year?
Blood, I don't get why we're signing a winger. We don't need one. For those reasons you just listed out, Adrian. We've got Gabriel Martinelli, we've got Bukayo Saka. Those guys don't even start. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you've got Pepe, you've got Aubameyang, and you've got Lacazette. I'm sorry, where does Willian walk into this team?
No,
in place of who? So who are you dropping?
No, Aubameyang goes up top, and then Willian goes on a wing, no?
So you're dropping a Lacazette then?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, ain't he off to Spain anyway?
Well, I mean...
we shall see.
That's the thing. Atletico Madrid, of course, are rumoured heavily linked with him. But I'm sitting here thinking, hang on a minute, Arsenal. I swear we need to sort out a defender and a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but I mean,
why are we looking at this guy?
Of course, there's other things you need to do that are more of a priority. I hear that. But the idea that Willian is free and he's available now and he wants to remain in London, it's an open goal. Arsenal should definitely take him on.
Man. Nah, bro. I'm sick.
Man.
I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of. We've been hanging around Chelsea's bins for how many seasons now? We got Czech. We got friggin' David Luiz. We got William Gallas. You know what I'm saying? If you go over to friggin' Manchester and we went and got Silvestre, I'm sick of this. Why the heck are we going for players like this?
When you look at it, but barring maybe Gallas, yeah, Willian is the best opportunity out of all of those. Because
come off it.
Is he not?
No.
All right. I think the thing with Willian is that literally how Arsenal played against Liverpool and how Arsenal played against Man City, if that's how Arteta wants to approach the big games next season, having Willian in your team is only going to benefit you. Think of it from his perspective
as well.
He's saying, I want Arteta. I mean, Arteta is saying, I want Willian. So I don't see it in any way being a bad thing. Yes, the reason I wanted to get him out off the books at Chelsea is because I did feel like he was taking minutes away from the younger lot. But Arsenal's young talent is a lot younger. Like Saka is young. He's not like 21. He's really young. Same with Martinelli. Reece Nelson, personally, I don't know if he's good enough. Maybe he needs a year out on loan. But I think adding Willian as the experience to your squad, if you see how, I know this is like behind the scenes stuff, but within Chelsea, obviously we've had such a young squad this year. Willian has been one of the elder statesmen, him and Giroud, that have helped the young players bed in and just given them all the advice and all the help on becoming like good players. He's a leader on the pitch. So he'll become that for Arsenal. I genuinely think it's not the worst thing in the world. I think it's a good addition, but obviously, of course, you guys need to go out in the market and do real spending alongside it. This can't be your only business.
Bruv, I want Willian as a little Tesco extra, not when you're going to Express and that's the first signing. Come on.
But like I said, it's only because of circumstance. Willian has to sign a deal now. If he doesn't go to you, he goes abroad or he goes Tottenham.
So let him piss off abroad then. What we're doing waiting for him here? We don't need him. We don't need him at Arsenal. Let's just keep it a buck,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
We know we need
him.
a centre half, we need a DM, and we need something to replace Ozil. I don't want to hear about a frigging winger.
Yeah.
What are we buying a winger for?
And one thing I did find out, like as soon as Willian left Chelsea, I did a bit of Googling and I found out he's not actually Brazil's number 10. Apparently it's some guy called Neymar.
You're an idiot. You're a frigging idiot.
That's nuts. All this time I thought it was Brazil's number 10.
Friggin' moron. David, bruv, like what is wrong, bruv? Why are we not learning from these mistakes?
Listen, Edu, I told you, we got B-Tech Barcelona, bruv.
Is it even that? Is it even that? Because, bruv, David Luiz was a mistake. So let's not beat around the bush about it. It's a mistake of a signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Mkhitaryan, mistake. Do you know what I'm saying? Every time we go shopping around these lot, it's a mistake. Anybody willing enough to let their player go to their rival? Come on.
Problem.
Come on.
Chelsea. The only
Yeah, go on.
I can see is Ashley Cole and Robin van Persie.
Yeah, and that was you like
that was theft.
That was theft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We weren't trying to sell them, man. That was just a theft thing.
Yeah, you man, I keep it a buck. Well, when it's 9:47, you're browsing through the Tesco aisles. You see chicken is what 87p. Something wrong with it. Don't go near it with a barge pole.
You're right. You're right.
It has to be cooked within 30 minutes.
Boss
You know what I'm saying?
Endo said Arsenal never learning and still buying Chelsea has-beens. Another man's trash is another man's treasure when it comes to Chelsea.
Seriously, bruv. We've been loitering around these bins for flipping years in the Premier League. Not just Chelsea's, but other clubs out there. And I can't believe what we're doing. I can't believe it. Honestly, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. And begrudgingly, just like David Luiz and I had to back Gallas and I had to back all these garbage players, I will begrudgingly be watching Willian in an Arsenal shirt.
Well, it's just
and he'll give me less goals and assists than Pepe. Meanwhile, people are having a go at Pepe in his first season at Arsenal. Look at the numbers David was listing right there for Willian. Thousands of minutes, 4 goals, 5 assists.
It's not just numbers. It's not just numbers.
Come on. I don't give a toss what it is. If the truth of the matter is this, Willian only ever looked good at Chelsea when Chelsea were dire. That 2016 season was the only time Willian looked good. Because the rest of that team, they down tools. And he was the only one. He's the only one with integrity. He's the only man with integrity in that side. He was the only one that stood up to the plate. He looked all right this season. He was all right. He's 33 years old. Why are we signing a guy who's 32, 33 years of age? It's not even a goalkeeper. This is a winger. This is somebody who has to run. Flip me, man. I don't want to hear it, bro.
I can't argue with what you're saying, but I think you guys will win one top 6 away game this season, and it will be down to Willian in the starting 11.
Okay. You know you're a troll, yeah?
I'm being dead serious.
He's an Egypt, bro. He's an Egypt, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, I'm not trolling. I'm being dead serious.
You're an Egypt, bro. You're absolute waste man.
Right, when it comes, don't at me.
I was going to
Speaking of that Chelsea City game at the Etihad, that Mourinho masterclass.
On a more serious note, still with Arsenal, with the whole letting go of staff, how do you think that's come into play in terms of dealings?
Yeah, no, it's not been easy, man. That is a tough subject, because on one hand, I mean, Arsenal's wage bill is about what 230 million, something like that. The 55 staff, let's just say for argument's sake, the salary was, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000 a year, for example. That's only 2.5 million, really. So you're saving 2.5 million when there's a wage bill that is 230 million, I think, including the whole, like every staff member, every player, blah, blah, blah. The players took a pay cut in relation to, it saving everybody that works at the club, right? But obviously getting into the Europa League cut that percentage short. Now, whether or not that's because, the FA Cup's probably done more harm than good, I don't know. And whether or not it's just because of the unforeseen circumstances. I mean, the club put out a statement, it was a case of the way they're seeing in the foreseeable future, things were looking hairy financially. and deemed that they could not continue in this manner. Now, of course, people are going to talk about Ozil's contract. They're going to talk about player wages and all sorts of things like that, right? And within reason, of course. But I wonder if, remember Liverpool and Spurs were trying to furlough staff and they got massive backlash for it and reverted and made it clear that, okay, if you want us to revert, look what this will mean in future is something completely, again, fans will get annoyed about. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And something tells me along the line, further down the line, other clubs may go in this direction as well. Because Arsenal, although not the richest club in the world, they're not the brokest either. So if they're making, I mean, they were making reductions from, like, imagine when the crisis happened on March 7th, March 8th, 12% was the first thing they were speaking about. Do you get what I'm saying? And then it cuts down. Like, they were talking about cuts left, right, and center. Do you catch my drift? And it made me think, okay, has Arsenal been spending stupidly? And that's why other clubs ain't getting hit? Or are they one step ahead of something that we're about to see in the future? Do you catch my drift? So I don't know how to feel about it today because there's massive uproar. I think out of 600 or 700 staff, maybe 55 of them made redundant, right? So on the scale, it's not as dramatic as 55 looks. But you go to I don't know, was it Virgin Atlantic? 35,000 jobs went missing. 35,000. I mean, was it 3,500? I can't remember now. But when you look at the scale like that, it puts yours into context and it puts yours into perspective. And I always said, remember at the beginning of the whole lockdown situation, I said football clubs are not multi-billion-dollar companies. They don't make the same revenue as Primark does in a year. Do you get what I'm saying? So when the wage bill is that of 200 million per year, don't think they're bringing in 200 million a year. Football is such a different ball game, and because of TV and whatever else, we've become more lucrative. And then that's when you appreciate the likes of Manchester United's of this world, Madrid's, because the fan base really carries those clubs. Mm-hmm. If the fan base turns around and says, "Look, we're not putting in any money anymore," Man United become just another Newcastle United. Did you catch my drift? So I don't know how to feel. It's very sad because obviously it's people that I know. I'm gutted. I'm gutted. And some people are families within the club. So, husband and wife work at the club. And so they could be getting affected. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so you just imagine, you imagine a household where it's two of them,
crazy,
or like, yeah, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be husband and wife, mother and son or whatever, mother and daughter. There's all kinds of family trees from back in Highbury days. So it's a tough one, man. I was so shocked, but when you don't know the records, you don't know the financial records or nothing like that. What can I say? Do you know them? There's only so much I can assume. But then on the other hand, we're going to buy Willian.
No, but my thing is, I could go on, Oscar.
I saw a tweet on social media, and somebody said that the idea that the backlash that Liverpool and Tottenham got when they tried to furlough staff early on is the reason for these kind of redundancies, because clubs kind of needed to furlough staff, but they weren't given that opportunity. People saw them as these like huge establishments that make turnover millions. Yeah. So there's no reason for them to depend on the government. But now, because of that, they're actually firing people who should be keeping their jobs.
It's why Tottenham and Liverpool stunk. Because other clubs, by the way, did it, and no one batted an eyelid. Well, because it was the big mega rich clubs, that's what seemed to be the case. Liverpool have won a Champions League and a Premier League in the space of a year. Right, and the finances are not necessarily not swimming in money. Do you catch my drift? And they've got a Nike deal. You know what I'm saying? And they've got an owner who's in the billions. And so people are arguing about Stan Kroenke. What's he doing for Arsenal? Blah blah. And I'm sitting there like, look, he's got how many businesses? How many companies? About a month ago, he put, he done the whole reloaning thing for the stadium. Are you telling me the stadium's still not paid? How much does a stadium cost? You know what I'm saying? Like, at what lengths are we talking about here? That the stadium is still being sort of like remortgaged in a way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not everything is as it seems in football, especially in football. I'll tell you another thing that's bent in football as well. UEFA, do you see what they did with Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Oh,
so they financial fair play. Reached financial fair play, right? 400,000, I think it was 600,000 they were fined for, and were told that what was it? They said that they're not gonna. There's nothing wrong with how much they've spent, but they have to have a certain cap on wages and also they can only have a 23-man squad. And if they're good boys, we won't trouble you next season. What kind of horse is that?
Ridiculous.
Honestly,
Ridiculous.
Ben.
It's just picking and choosing, isn't it?
Football's mad.
Football's a mess, blood. But yeah, man, that's what I have to say on that side. It just seems, I get why there's uproar. I totally understand it because somebody is making 350 grand a week and is in Turkey on Cup final day. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we're trying to sign players like garbage guys from the King's Road, and it's just how do you make sense of it all? Bloody hell, I'm sweating like an absolute mess. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I got, man. This Arsenal talk's getting me hot.
Shall we talk something random?
Yeah, go on.
Liverpool. Who have they signed?
There's no peace, fam. They done told you when Liverpool fans started talking about how much of a people's club it is. You can't be doing this to our staff. You can't be you can't be furloughing staff. You can't do that. No, you just can't do that. We're the best club in the world. We know that,
man.
You can't do that, man. No. Well, that's what happens if you don't furlough your staff because they still got a job. By the way, they're just getting paid 80%. Okay, and they said it clear in the statement, bruv. It will cause restrictions elsewhere. The funny thing is Liverpool with the Thiago talk is interesting because it's a bit like, well, where's that money going to come from? How much are we talking for Thiago? He's in the hundreds of millions.
Boss like Endo made a comment. He said, "You man take football so seriously. It's so funny. To me, football is dying. It's too money oriented and not enough passion. Bare mercenaries. I've lost my passion. I'm a passive fan nowadays."
I heard that.
I disagree.
I love football more than ever.
I think he said you man take football too seriously. I think generally across the board, most of us have decreased our love for football. If I was just to guess on obviously we haven't had this conversation, but I would say Peter, David, and Ernest don't care about football as much as they used to. Would you say that's true, guys?
Yeah, because we're not winning.
I was going to say that's relative to success, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. It's relative to the way our clubs behave. I can speak for myself. I won't speak for everybody else. But when you start seeing the Chuckle Brothers, at some point you become numb. Do you know what I'm saying? But you saw me Cup final day. When it comes to the big things, I'm here. Don't get me wrong, but I get what Oscar's saying. It's more so like Oscar was talking about the Champions League. There was a Champions League game or whatever, and I was like, Champions League game or what? By the way, we dodged something. Hang on just a minute. Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. How did we let that one slide, guys?
I don't know. You didn't want to chat about it.
Oh, I love how you didn't want to bring it up. Just remind me. Yeah, we need to click back. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the point I was making was that. Oscar was talking about a game being on. I was like, game for what? What game's on? He was talking about Chelsea. I was like, Chelsea doing what? And he goes, Champions League. And I was like, I could not give up monkey's blood. Like when Man City were playing Real Madrid, again, not a monkey was given. But the fact that there's a community like us, man, the fact that we can talk about it on the chat and whatever else and then have a podcast and talk about it, that's what keeps me going, bro. And I'm sure that's what keeps David going, is the fact that us, man, are going to link up and chat about it. Do you know what I'm saying? I watch Match of the Day. Holy smokes!
No, but I don't think anyone watches Match of the Day. I don't think that's just you.
Maybe so. But I stopped watching Match of the Day before it was cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was tuning out.
Do you think that's due to overexposure? I.e., because we're always on social media. So on social media, you've literally got 1,001 ideas, 1,001 thoughts, 1,001 opinions. In that same vein, you're also, if a goal happens 20 seconds later, I've seen it on Twitter. So do you feel like because we're overexposed, it sort of takes away the shiny allure of things like Match of the Day? Because back in the day, it was a thing where you'd be at a party and it would be like, oh, right, what's the score? Liverpool beating Aston Villa 3-1. I can't wait to go home and watch what happened in Match of the Day. Whereas now it's like, you bring out the phone.
So bro, do you remember you used to go to people's houses and watch Match of the Day there, even though they weren't even on that? Like you try and I remember, I'll never forget this one time. Us, man, you all know who this person is. We went to their house one time, yeah, and I think it was Denise's house, right? Went there one time, and I remember like being there for 10:30. God knows why, But I remember Arsenal Fulham, like when Nasri scored that duppy goal in 2010-11 season. And I remember it was like a little vibe going on, but I was sat in the corner, blood, next to the TV to see this Nasri goal that everyone was talking about. You're so right, Adrian. And me and Oscar had this conversation not long ago. We were at a restaurant not some time back, and we were literally talking about how, there's so much exposure, you're right. But also, do you know every game is on TV? Like back in the day, you had one Super Sunday game, and you had like maybe one on Saturday if you were lucky. But blood, there's like 8 games on TV out of 10 game weekend.
You know any game you want now.
You know what I'm saying? The streaming is there. Like, you know, it's a lot of things, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Bayern Munich, Chelsea. Can we talk?
Yeah. Can I start on the comments though? There's a couple comments. Let me get to them. Sam Fisher said, "Remember when people used to laugh at Arsenal when they lost to Bayern? Chelsea be like, hold my beer."
You're damn right.
Wrong. That's completely wrong.
You're damn right.
London's red and white.
Boss like Endo also said, "I looked at Chelsea starting 11 against Bayern, and I'm like, how the hell are these man a top 4 club? Kante and Kovacic, other than Kante and Kovacic, this is a mid-table team." You are 100% right, boss like.
And the thing is, credit to Lampard on that.
I'll give them the tiniest benefit of doubt. They did lose a couple of players. I know they're still going to get banged, but they did lose a couple.
I mean, that didn't play a factor in the result. Yeah. We were going to get banged with our best 11.
But you could have scored more. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Listen, blood. Listen, Champions League, like I say, fam, I'm not on going to the Champions League to get my butt spanked because when your team's not ready, fam, you can get embarrassed in that Champions League. Chelsea conceded 5 goals at home to Ajax, blood, and then get slapped 7 against Bayern. Was it 4-4? Sorry, 4-4. Don't be proud about that. 4-4.
No, we beat them away. We drew and we beat them away. So we took
But I'm saying they still gave you 4. They gave you 4, blood. Listen to what I'm saying, bruv. This guy, you still got up there, start getting slapped up.
Bayern Munich have scored 35 goals against every team they face in London, which is 35-9 to Bayern.
What, this season?
No, since 2015.
Ah, damn it. That includes us then. We take a good chunk of that, boy.
That's probably like 12 games as well. Something small like that.
Nah, bro. When it comes to the big meat in football, blood, don't pet, man. When you're playing the Barcelonas, the Bayerns of this world, bro, they're not easy, fam. They're real.
I completely disagree with you. And the reason I disagree is because I just think I would much rather be a bad team in the Champions League than be a good team in the Europa League. The prize for winning the Europa League is you get a Champions League place. That's the only reason people care about it.
That's not my debate, though. I'm not arguing that. Who said I'd rather be a good team in the Europa League? I didn't argue that.
No, but you're saying you're not here to be a team in the Champions League. So what are you here to do then?
I'm here to win trophies, blood. I want to pick up the FA Cup. Listen, next season right now, man, if you them ask me top 4 Arsenal or an FA Cup and finish 8th, I'm taking the FA Cup again next year, blood. Okay. I'm not even joking. But then this is why you don't love football no more. Because you're not invested in... What? Because I want to win a trophy?
No, not that. Obviously not that. But the idea is you invest in the project, right? The project that Pep had at Man City, the project that Klopp has at Liverpool. It's not what can we do this year? It's what can we do in 3, 4, 5 years? This is why I'm so invested in what Lampard's doing right now, because I'm hoping that it can turn into fruition, and in the future we can become a better team. Maybe not next season, but the season after that, we can then challenge for the Champions League. We can then challenge for the Premier League.
Are we on different planets here? Are we on different planets here? Is Arteta not doing a project as well?
Yeah, and if you finish
FA Cup,
what does that say about his project?
What do you mean? He came in 6 months into the season.
No, you said next season you'd rather finish 8th.
I would rather win a trophy. Is my point. I'm not talking about where I finish in the league. I'm just saying my point is this. Yeah, okay, 10th then. Okay, 10th. Get it in your thick head. I'm talking about winning trophies, bro. That's my whole point. It's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about winning trophies. I don't care where we finish.
But you're talking about that. You said that shows the Arteta's project if you win trophies. What I'm saying is...
Yeah, exactly.
What I'm saying is if you consistently have a poor league position, then it shows that the project isn't really working out.
But that's horse. That's garbage, because if you win a trophy at the end of the season, that starts in January, it's not it doesn't tell the whole picture. It doesn't mean that you're on an awful side. And by the way, finishing in the top 4 and winning the FA Cup are not mutually exclusive. You can have both. What I'm saying is, I want trophies ahead of top 4.
All right.
And it's been my argument from day one. Just because they're both projects.
I'd
rather have
a
project that has a trophy.
The only reason I spoke is because you gave the example of finishing 8th again. That's the only reason I spoke.
You want to finish 8th again? You don't remember?
Blood. At the end of the day, if it guaranteed me a trophy, I don't want to finish 8th for the sake of finishing 8th. If it guarantees me a trophy, I'll take the FA Cup ahead of making the top 4 next season. That's all I said. It means you're good, by the way. Winning a trophy means that you're actually good.
I want the glory years back. You know what I mean? We won the Europa League,
especially when
that was great. I want to challenge for the top.
Well, it's not like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I need to be challenging for something, bro. I can't be doing.
I agree. You need to challenge.
Man's losing to Brighton, and then next minute, nah, bro. I can't do another season like this.
I agree with you. But in the FA Cup, we had.
Hey, listen, you got £60 in the shirt, bro. Nah.
At the end of the day, in the FA Cup, we beat Man City, we beat Chelsea, we beat Sheffield United away. We didn't play Wycombe Wanderers and friggin' Millwall. We played decent sides.
Of course.
There's still a project going. We're still finishing 8th in the league is not the be all and end all of Arsenal's season. You have to take into context the FA Cup win. That it's the whole season.
That's true. That's true. But Pete, you obviously everyone at Arsenal wants Arteta to do well and progress to the point where you are in the Champions League and you are challenging for those top honours. So that's the progression you want to go in. So, obviously you'd love to win the FA Cup along the way, but there's a reason why, for example, I would much rather be in the Champions League, even if it means that we don't win it. It means players like Tammy, Mount, all these lot can get used to that experience. Let me get to a lot of comments because there's been a few. Sam Fisher says, defenders are a dying breed. Like back in the day, we could identify as a Sol Campbell. We could identify a defender as Sol Campbell, Thuram, Maldini, or Cannavaro. Nowadays, there's no one to pick from.
True that.
On Dyke, bro. Sergio Ramos, I would say.
It's few and far between, though, isn't it? Back in the day, there was plethoras. Every club had a top centre half.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? There was plethora of talent. Remember, in the Champions League, do you remember, in the last 16, every team had one. He's named players that all played at different clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? Bar Cannavaro and Thuram. But that man played at all, and you can even say that, Cannavaro was at Madrid anyway. Campbell at Arsenal, Thuram at Juve, Maldini at AC, Cannavaro at Real. Every club used to have a decent centre half. Whereas now it's scrappage.
Would you put Cellini in there?
Who?
Cellini.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
no,
true.
No. If we don't have the bro, it's gone out the game, bro.
It's gone.
And even the Sergio Ramos one is a tricky one as well. Some people like him, some people don't.
He's a bit big.
It's here and there.
Sergio Ramos is a world-class defender.
He's a serial winner. He's a serial winner.
He's a world-class defender.
He don't give a damn. He's one of them. A win at all costs.
At all costs, bro.
At all costs, bro. That's him. I'll put him, bro. When he duppied Salah, I was just like, fam.
I wonder why Mourinho never took him elsewhere whenever he moved. I've never understood that because that was a Mourinho player in his.
But
DNA.
Ramos is home, bro.
He was a Sevilla player though, wasn't he? Didn't Real Madrid buy him from Sevilla?
Yeah, but he spent well over a decade at. I don't think he would really go anywhere else, if that makes sense. And I don't think Real Madrid would be prepared to let him go either.
Oh, it'll cost you big P.
It would cost you Van Dijk money back then.
Anyway,
anything else? Anything more on transfers? Zaha to Arsenal. What was that about, David? Did you see that?
I sort of. Where did I see? Was it on Twitter or Insta? I saw it somewhere. I
saw it on Insta. What's it? Man like Anthony Billing, whoever that is. I thought it was the friggin' Brighton player. I was like, is that Billing, blood? I thought, nah, maybe it's not him. But
that looked right still.
The whole friggin' neon lighting Zaha to Arsenal, blood. See, I'll take Zaha over Willian without Yeah, I ain't even got time for a heartbeat.
Of course, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna cost you big peas, man.
That's big piece, bruv. So
That's big money. That's big money. What about
If I was
Coutinho to Arsenal?
Everton,
Would you take it?
I'd do all over that.
Yeah. Trust. Coutinho to Arsenal. Thoughts on that? Apparently spotted at the training ground. Don't know how much to believe in it. It's just rumor at the moment.
He played against Bayern, against Chelsea the other day, and it is officially 1-0 to Manchester United, I believe. Or is it another offside? Yep, I believe it's another offside again.
Oh, wow, you don't actually need to score. It looks like it's getting tense over there.
Oh, it's getting intense, my friend. But yeah, Coutinho to yeah, like you're saying, Robin. My man was playing, laying a smackdown on Chelsea, and then all of a sudden turned up at Colney the next day.
I don't know, but they share the same agent with Willian, so I don't know what's
It's all going on top, brother. It's all going on top.
so
I bet David Luiz is all over that Willian deal as well.
They're best mates. They have a restaurant together. So
Yeah, I know. And there's bare Brazilians at Arsenal as well, man. Flip me. Oh, anyway.
not the great ones.
Europa League then. Obviously Manchester United about 30 minutes to go, needing a goal to go through. Thoughts on the Europa League so far? Who went out? So Sevilla knocked out Roma. Wolves beat Olympiacos.
Yeah, that was a good game. I watched that one.
Inter beat Getafe. Who do you think are looking the most dangerous in that tournament? You still got United, Inter.
Ideally, you want a United Inter final because they're on the opposite side.
Can they go that way? Oh, they can, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wicked.
Because that would be a very good final.
What? Could United face Wolves?
I think they can.
I'm just checking the table now.
I'd quite like to see United versus Wolves because I think Wolves, they're really giving it their all.
This will be the 5th time we play Wolves. I don't want to
What as a final, Oscar?
No, just at some point. It doesn't need to be the final, but just at some point. Because I think, literally,
can Man United get a hard game, please? That'd be nice.
Yeah. We don't. Like, I think they're probably the favourites to win it, but at least to give us.
Our next game is hard. I believe we have either Sevilla or who are Sevilla facing. I can't remember, but yeah, I think
that's my favourite. By the way, I think Sevilla will win this tournament, man. I can't bet against Spanish blood. I've watched European football for too long. They're just technically the best football teams in the world, but I don't know, man. I feel like I just feel like Sevilla have got just a better side as a team.
We've got a couple of comments from Sam Fisher.
Sam.
Said, Sergio Ramos has 24 red cards in his career. He ain't really a good defender. He's a great motivator, though.
That's harsh, bruv. He's a good defender, man. He's reckless. We agree.
I don't think he's great.
By the way, bruv, 24 cards though. Flipping hell. Has he had 24 seasons in the top flight?
No.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
We've got another comment from Sam Fisher who says, Unai Emery at Villarreal, he's coming for you next season, Arsenal, in the
Unai Emery's running on me. Hey, pick up Unai Emery. I'm gonna watch Villarreal.
Love Villarreal.
Fam, Villarreal, blood, listen, Unai Emery he's at the perfect team right there. Perfect position. You will see why he was even PSG manager in the first place. He's not a bad manager. He's a good manager, and you look at now he's back in the homeland, mother tongue. You know what I'm saying? Watch, blood. that man will be there, bruv. Me?
Yeah.
What did I cussed him for 2 things: Everton away, and Crystal Palace at home. That was it. That was the only 2 things I got him for. Other than that, he was always dealt a hard deck of cards. Anyone coming in after Wenger never stood a chance. So I don't blame him for Arsenal's demise. I don't. I felt he was treated harshly, I think. So, hey ho, my man comes out, says he wanted Zaha instead of the club told him to get Pepe. Well, there you go, innit? There you go. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want David Luiz. Do you know what I'm saying? There you go. So at the end of the day, bruv, man like Unai, bruv, he got us to a Europa League final and 1 point off the Champions League spot. He's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But I think he does have a ceiling. Though. I think he is capped. I think Villarreal is the perfect sort of level for him, in my humble opinion.
I think he could play for a top. I think he could manage a top club in Spain, though. Like he could manage, given time, if as long as he gets his rep back up again, he could manage Barcelona or Real Madrid, or even Atletico Madrid. I think he can. I think like when you look at he's like the Pochettino version over there. But even then, he's won trophies. He's got trophies for days. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not even like he's a novice, blood. He's a young manager who's got stuff under his belt. And he's seasoned. He's decorated, blood. At the end of the day, we can't deny it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited to watch Villarreal next season. That's going to be my team in Spain next season to follow.
The San Cubo as well.
It's the same. It's the same. Cazorla's not stayed there though. That's the only thing I'm gutted at.
All right.
Oh, nah, that's it, really.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, who's your favorite? Then we'll go around. Who's your favorite?
Me. United are not scoring today in points.
Bruv, I've been watching the whole game.
Yeah.
We've been in the final. The whole game has been in the final third, and we're just not doing it. And we just hit the post. like we've been peppering the goal, and it's becoming that game. Whereas we've been at the gate the whole day, and they just need one chance.
Just one chance.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of Sevilla, Wolves, Basel, Shakhtar Donetsk, Man United, Copenhagen, Inter Milan, Leverkusen, Oscar, who is your favourite to win this tournament?
Man United.
Robin?
Man United, if they don't concede.
Back in team, yeah. David?
Wolves.
And Adrian?
Inter Milan, but I'd love for Wolves to win it.
Yeah, I'd love Wolves.
I'd like to see Wolves win it as well, but I think it's going to Sevilla. Sevilla will lick down Wolves this week anyway.
I would love Wolves in.
Yeah, that's a scary tie, you know.
Yeah.
I would love Wolves in Champions League. That'd be great.
Yeah, man. So okay, cool. That's our predictions for that. Oscar, anything else before we wrap up?
A couple more comments.
Cool.
Boss Endo said, which bottle job is worse? Arsenal 18-19 for the top four, I guess. Liverpool's 2013 for 13-14 for the title, or Leicester's 19-20 again for the top four.
That's a very good question.
The Liverpool one's a bit of glass. The Liverpool one's a big bottle. It's a huge one and creates the most damage. Yeah, definitely.
I think it's the least of the three.
What?
The others were easy. You had easier things in your way.
The fact that the Christian ball and then followed by the slip.
No, the slip was first.
Even before. Yeah, even before that though. But before that, they beat Man City. They beat Man City at Anfield, and that's what even put Liverpool in the driving seat.
The only reason it's a bigger bottle is because the league is the most important thing, and you should have.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
but then there's no point having a conversation. There's no point having a conversation because when you look at it,
you can have the conversation
because Leicester dropped like 17 points. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Arsenal lost at home to Crystal Palace and drew with Everton away. Like those are ridiculous.
Lost away.
Sorry. So those bottle jobs in when you look at what you had to do to get your points, they were far worse. But Liverpool's the magnitude of it was worse because it was the title.
Well, no, because Arsenal's and Liverpool's was the same. It was both in our hands to win your next 3 games. You're champions. But they went to against Chelsea. Yeah, exactly. Beat Chelsea, beat Palace, and beat whoever else, and they would have been champions. But
I think Chelsea is the hardest game of all of those.
Yeah,
that's the Mourinho Chelsea.
I mean, we had Chelsea in the Europa League final, so I don't know what else.
And you bottled that as well.
Exactly. So I'm saying,
are we including that in it?
Bro, Liverpool's was for the league title. They were in pole position. They beat the champions. The reason why it's still a conversation, Oscar, is because of the points you've made. Leicester dropped 17 points, and Arsenal had 2 opportunities, 2 bites of the cherry, and lost both. So it's a debate still. I'm just saying because the size of the bottle.
The reason I say the other two is because I think the other two say a lot more about the manager.
The other two?
Yeah.
What? So the Liverpool one doesn't say anything about the manager?
No, it doesn't say anything. I said it. The other ones say a lot more. So, like, I just think Liverpool, like, expecting Liverpool to beat Chelsea in that game is not.
They lost at home. They lost at home.
No, yeah, but people saw it as but they, it was a foregone conclusion, and Mourinho went out there to not lose, and it was smash and grab. It's not like we battered them.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, but I think the Arsenal games, that was down to complete poor management, the ones that you lost away at Everton. And then Leicester, we've just seen Leicester.
By the way, the Everton one wasn't the Everton one wasn't nowhere near the run-in. Forget the Everton game. The Everton game was way before, even when we beat Spurs and Man United. It was before that. The run-in you're talking about with Arsenal was Palace at home, Brighton at home. We lost those 2 games. But that I don't think was down to the manager. That was down to the players.
There's more than that, though, bro.
Yeah, of course. We lost away to Wolves. Like, we didn't win away all season. And that was what we were accustomed to. We hadn't won away for like 4 or 5 years. So losing away to Wolves and losing away to Leicester, that was your bread and butter. That was your easy one. I picked on Everton because he started Guendouzi and El Neni, who we never saw. And I picked on Palace because we had Jenkinson. So what I'm saying is, like, obviously he set up the team
even that Palace game was in the running.
Yeah, the Palace one, that's what I'm saying. The Palace one was, yeah. Not the Everton one. The
Palace
one.
After us, you had the running.
Yeah, correct. We had the running, but also away games. The running was only because of the home games were easy. The away games were still Wolves, were still Leicester, and we lost them. I think we beat Watford, so it was stuff like that. It was just that the home games were calm.
When you look at Liverpool's bottle jobs, it was a defeat to Chelsea and a draw at Palace. Like, it was literally
they were 3-0 up against Palace.
I'm not hearing it. Bottle. No one's saying it's not a bottle, but Leicester. A bag of games. They had a bag of games to secure this top 4. They didn't do it. Arsenal had a fair amount.
If you knew that Leicester were going to do this, could you still put them in that category? Because I was under no illusions, guys. I'm not even joking. I was under no illusions.
That makes it less of a bottle, though, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So should they be in the discussion when I fully knew in January, December, these men are not playing Champions League football next season? Because I know the bottle job that Rodgers is, because he did it at Liverpool. Imagine the same managers in 2 of these teams.
That's crazy.
It's Brendan. It's David Brent Bottle Rodgers. That's his new name from now on.
For me, if you're asking me, the worst is Leicester, then Arsenal, then Liverpool. But if obviously magnitude, you know what I mean, it looks a lot worse on Liverpool's part.
It's not that they had to beat Chelsea, Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to win. Like, if they drew, we crack on next game. They then drop the points again at Palace. After beating Man City.
But with the Liverpool one, it's, what are the odds on your best player, your talisman, your captain slipping and giving your position the goal? And then even the Crystal Palace game, we were 3-0 up. But the only reason... and again, bottled. I'm not sort of justifying it at all. But the reason as to why Liverpool conceded those 3 goals was because our goal difference was so bad. So we wanted to make up the goal and lay the smackdown on Palace, and then got caught unawares.
True.
Oh yeah, I forget that. I forget that.
Yeah, because the goal difference was like 8 or something like that, wasn't it?
Did Aga should have been playing Saka and Finn shouldn't have been in defense.
All right, then, Oscar, let's wrap this up then.
Yeah, one last question. Chelsea might get John Stones. What are your thoughts, lads?
Dead defender, don't get him.
Would you not take him, David, at Arsenal?
Leave it alone, fam.
It's a centre half, blood. I want a centre half.
Willian, that's what it was.
Leave it alone, bruv.
I think he's too pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
you need ugly centre halves, innit? Man, they don't look after their face.
8 broken noses in 4 seasons.
This guy wants a Steve Bruce, blood. You know what I'm saying?
No, honestly,
blood. Give me a Van Dijk, bruv. That's all I want, bruv. Defend.
So who are you buying, David? Who are you buying?
Bruv, there's no one out there, bruv. So
no one.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Koulibaly.
Name them.
Koulibaly.
Can I be honest with you? Lewis Dunk improves things. I'll keep it a buck.
Dunk.
He does improve things,
You just need a man that can defend, bro. Trust me.
just centre
basic,
half.
just basic defending. We're not asking
That's-
for.
you know what, yeah?
Right.
Guys, this sounds so mad. I feel like I could go in there and just do a rock solid performance. all I have to do is clear. All the language I need is clear. Mine. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere to stand. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick to death. People are getting paid tens and 20s of thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands to not even know
Millions
where to stand.
a year.
To not be marking the right man. To not be full. Oh man, it's getting on my nerves. Like, listen, Arsenal, five grand a week, blood. Let me. You know what I'm saying, $5,000 a week. That'll be my wages forever. Just to put me in that next to David Luiz. I'll tell man where to stand. I'll hold his hand and tell him where to stand. That's what I'm saying.
Let one ball come over the top. Peter is scrambling.
Don't get twisted, bro. Like Ferguson said, bro. Yeah, Maldini, one of the best managers in the world because he never tackled. Never have to make a tackle. I'm always in the right place, bro. In the right place. You won't see me sliding.
As a Chelsea fan, on the whole John Stones thing, I'm not too convinced by John Stones. I think, I just don't see it. I just don't think he'll come in and do what we need. I think Chelsea need a leader for certain, like someone who can just shout and lead, and then we need a whole like structural overhaul in the way that we defend. I think we need a complete new defensive coach to come in. I want JT in there, but God. I don't think Stones helps us. I don't think personnel is going to help us as much as structural will.
You can get him out of Aston Villa if you want.
Do you think he'll concentrate on defense, bro? He wants to be the manager, bro. He'll be too busy trying to be front and center.
You're right.
He'll forget all about defending.
Frank and John will be funny.
It would. But what Peter's saying is absolutely right. John would be on the touchline like he's the manager.
Yeah, he would not. Defense? Look at Villa's defense. I'm sorry. He's not giving a monkey's about defending.
He's not a defensive coach. He's not a defensive coach for Villa. And bro, Villa, but I think that the issues at Chelsea, you could change the personnel, we'll still concede mad goals. Like, we're whack. We don't know how to defend. So, and it's not a people thing as much as it is a system thing. How you concede the most goals from set pieces? I think we're like 19th in the league. Ridiculous. Lampard has to.
David, bro, I think Pablo Mari will be our guy, bro.
Oh, yes.
Pablo Mari, bro. I think he'll be our guy, bro.
All right.
And
I think he'll be the one. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for locking in. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe at Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter, on the iTunes, on the YouTubes, SoundCloud, Spotify, if I already didn't say that already. Make sure big up to everyone. Big up Boss Light Endo. Shout out to Sam Fisher. Big up to everybody else that's locked in today. We are back same time next week, 8 o'clock. Who knows who'll be in the quarterfinals, semi-finals? Do you know what I'm saying? It's all going down. And more Jadon Sancho talk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.